On behalf of my group, I am going to be attempting to solve assignment 2 question for engineering mathematics 1. Specifically, the question given to us is 2x minus 3 whole cube that has to be integrated with respect to x with the limits given as the upper limit 4 and the lower limit 1. And we are specifically for this question we are going to be using the trapezoidal rule. Now, what is the trapezoidal rule, you ask? Well, it is a method to find the area under a curve. Now, when we use this formula, we divide the area under the curve into specific sections. Each section has a width. Now, how many sections are we going to be using in this formula, in this question? Specifically, the amount given to us is n is equals to 3, and that is how many we will be using, 3 sections. Now, moving onwards, what is the general formula for the trapezoidal rule? That is mentioned here. T is equals to change in x by 2, and in brackets we have a summation of y naught, yn, and everything in between multiplied by 2. And now this is applied for, now this can be applied for any function as in this particular format, fx which is being integrated with respect to x with limits b and a, the upper limit being b and the lower limit being a. Now, first of all, let us find change in x, which is the width. To find that, we will subtract the upper limit with the lower limit divided by the number of sections that we need. Now, in this case, the upper limit is 4. The lower limit is 1, and the number of sections that we need are 3. So when we simplify this, 4 minus 1 is 3, divided by 3. This is what happens when we simplify it. 3 by 3 then cancels out, which leaves us with 1. Now, moving onwards, now what does this mean? Now, what does this number 1 mean? It means that from the limits 4 to 1, or 1 to 4 in this case, we are going to be increasing them by incrementing. We'll be applying an increment of 1. That means we'll be going from 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4. That's it, all the way up till 4. So we need 3 sections. 3 sections will have 4 values of x. The first one being obviously 1. The second one being 1 plus 1, which is 2. The third one being 2 plus 1 is equals to 3. And the last one being 3 plus 1 is equals to 4. As you can see, all the limits are covered, the upper limit being 4 and the lower limit being 1. Now we will apply these values 1, 2, 3 and 4 in the formula, in the function that was given to us, 2x minus 3 whole cube. Now let's apply it in the first one. The space is, the formula is written as such. The space is empty for us to put the formula in, to put the value of x in. In this case, in the first one, it will be 1. We put the value of 1 in. We simplify it and we will get the value as minus 1. Next one, put in the value of x, which in this case is 2, and when we simplify it we get the value as positive 1. Next one, the value of x is 3, put in 3 in the formula, we get simplified and you will get 27. Last one, value is 4, put in 4 in the formula, and the last value you get is 125. Now we have gotten the values of y, we have the width, change in x. Now we can put it in the trapezoidal formula. Now we continue onwards and apply the formula in the apply our found values in the trapezoidal formula. Now change in x by 2. We found the change in x value as 1, so we put it in brackets 1 upon 2. Moving on, bracket open, we now put in the first value of y naught, which we found as minus 1, plus 2, second value, which is x1, which we found as 1, we put in that, plus x to the power x2, which is 27, bracket closed, the last value plus 125, bracket closed. Now this is the general trapezoidal formula, trapezoidal rule, and with all the values put in. Simplify it, we will get 90. Now this is the area under the curve. Now moving on, we will see the graph of it, how the graph is implied. Now we can see this here, this line here, this is the general function, which was 2x minus 3 whole cube, and these lines here, let's first deal with these lines. These lines are the sections that we made, 3 sections. This is one section from 3 to 4, the second section from 2 to 3, and the last section from 1 to 2. We joined each of the points, we made a gradient from one point connecting to the other, and the area under these lines is the area is the area we found through the trapezoidal rule. Now, as you can see here, this specific area here, this specific area here, and this specific area here, all of this is extra, but it is still included. That means the answer 90 is an overestimation. Now, this is all there is to the trapezoidal rule, and that is all for our assignment. Thank you.